stories. Alright, let's start with my favorite one. Where is it? I love this one.
This is a scary story about Tell Me the Way. One night, a 15-year-old girl named Lydia was walking home from her friend's house. She then went down a narrow street to take a shortcut and was startled when she saw an old man standing in her path. She then stopped, and then the old man turned and looked, and he said, "Tell me the way." His face was disgusting. His skin was covered in scars and boils, and his eyes were almost popping out of his sockets. Lydia was terrified. She was alone in a dark alleyway with a very strange person. "Tell me the way," the old man said again. Okay, where are you going?" said Lydia. When the old man told her the address he was searching for, a chill ran down her spine. It was her house. Lydia said, "I don't know where that is," and then ran past the old man and down the alley. Lydia was so freaked out she did not stop running until she got home. When Lydia got home, she looked up and down the street to make sure he didn't follow her, and then took her keys and unlocked the door. When she opened the door, she saw the old man standing in her house, and in a demonic voice he said, "You showed me the way." This is a scary story. This is a story about the pair
Okay.
of eyes. There was a
I told you, that was creepy. I really like that one. Tell me the way.
blind girl who hated herself because she was blind. She hated everyone except for her boyfriend, who loved her with all his heart. She said that if she could see the world, she would marry her boyfriend. One day, somebody donated a pair of eyes for her, and now she could see everything, including her boyfriend. Her boyfriend took her hand and said, "Now that you can see the world, will you marry me?" The girl was shocked when she saw that her boyfriend was blind too, and she refused to marry him. Her boyfriend then walked away in tears. Later, he wrote a letter to her and it said, "Just take care of your eyes, my dear, because before they were yours, they were mine." This is a story about the pair of... This is the creepy story about the man at the window. One cold night in December, a girl invited a group of her friends over to her apartment for a party. There were 5 boys and 6 girls. They were all having fun until they heard loud banging coming from the window. The friends turned around and saw a figure of a man standing at the window. They couldn't make him out because frost covered the window. The man continued to bang, and one of the boys shut off the music and shouted, "What do you want?" Then they heard the man yell, "Keep it down in there, don't you know what time it is?" The boys and girls all apologized, saying, "Sorry, we'll be quiet." They watched the shadowy figure move on and disappear. Then one of the boys put back on the music on full blast and said, "He's not the boss of me." Everybody started to laugh, except the girl who owned the apartment. She was deathly pale and tears were rolling down her face. Everyone kept saying, "Why are you crying? What's wrong? Are you afraid he's gonna call the cops?" She then said, "It's not that. You guys don't realize? That man was in the apartment window, but I live on the 4th floor." This is a creepy story about... This is a story about the... This is a scary story about the letter. One cold night, a girl named Karen was standing on a dock. She was standing there waiting anxiously for a boat to arrive, when suddenly, she heard a rustling noise in the bushes behind her. When she turned around, she was shocked to see a man standing there. He had dirty clothes on and an axe in his hand. "Who are you?" she said. "That doesn't matter," said the man. "You look good. I bet you taste good." Karen then screamed when the man raised the axe above her head and brought it crashing down on her skull, cutting her head in 2 and killing her instantly. He then dragged her body into the woods and took her to his small cabin. The man then cut her into little pieces and made soup from her eyeballs and fingers and roasted her body in the oven and ate as much of her as he could. Later, the man found a letter in her pocket, and as soon as he read it, his eyes grew wide and his face went pale. It said, "Dear Karen, we are sorry to inform you that you have leprosy. It is highly contagious. We arranged a special clinic for you. A boat will meet you at the dock on Friday night at 11 p.m. Please make sure you are there." This is a scary story about the letter. This is the creepy story.
That's why cannibals shouldn't be cannibals.
Story about the school trip. An entire class of 6th graders went on a school trip. Everyone was taking pictures with phones and cameras. When they returned back to school, everyone was looking through the photos when the one girl said, "Oh my God, what is that?" Everybody ran over to look at it. In the picture, one of the boys in the class was sitting on the bus. Nothing seemed strange about the photo until you looked very closely at his reflection in the window. His face in the reflection looked like it was yellow and bulging, bubbling and mutating, and there appeared to be a strange floating white thing beside him. When everyone turned the picture upside down, they realized it was a skull and it was horrific. When the boy saw the photo of himself, he burst into tears and immediately had a panic attack. The teacher had to send the boy to the nurse, and the principal banned everybody from ever speaking about the strange photo again. 7 days later, the boy in the photo died from a brain tumor. This is the creepy story about the school trip. This is the scary story about the movie theater. One night, a girl was at the movie theater with her boyfriend when she noticed a man staring at her while she was waiting for her popcorn. She told her boyfriend, but he said he's probably just a creep. When the girl and the boyfriend sat down in their seats in the theater, she noticed a man sitting a couple seats down, just staring at her. She didn't tell her boyfriend because she didn't want to sound crazy. Halfway through the movie, the man got up and left the theater. The girl realized they got a sign of relief. A couple minutes went by when her boyfriend got up to use the bathroom. 15 minutes went by and he still wasn't back. She began to worry. She tried calling him multiple times, but he didn't answer once. She then left the theater to go look for him. When she got out to the hallway, she noticed a bunch of people screaming for help and standing around a body. She then started to scream and cry when she realized it was her boyfriend. He was brutally stabbed and lay dead on the ground. The girl then noticed a note next to his body, and when she read it, her heart skipped a beat. It said in all caps, "I wanted the girl."
Ew, that man is hideous. He looks like a rotten egg, or maybe an abandoned shack. He looks so ugly.
This is the creepy story about the puzzle. There was a young lady who lived on her own in a remote area. She had no family or friends and was never married. Her only joy in life was doing jigsaw puzzles. Every night she would work on a new puzzle until it was complete. One dark rainy night, she was moving furniture in her bedroom when she found a dusty old box behind her wardrobe. When she wiped the dust away, she realized it was a jigsaw puzzle. The cover of the box was faded and she couldn't make out what it was. But her curiosity got the better of her and she decided to put the puzzle together. But as she put the puzzle together, she realized to her astonishment, the image that was formed was the very room she was sitting in. And the person in the center of the puzzle, as she finished it, was her. As she started to shake, she put the last 4 pieces in the puzzle. In the picture, she saw herself sitting in her kitchen, and in the window behind her, she saw a man
Another abandoned shack man.
grinning and holding an axe. She was so terrified she couldn't turn around. But the last thing the girl ever heard was the sound of breaking glass.
Ooh.
This is the creepy story about the...
If I can get to 7 subscribers, I will make a part 2. But hello and bye. Please subscribe.